3 days and 18 hours. That's how long's left until the 9th auction winner is going to be decided. So it's exciting times in the Kusama Crowdloans right now. Everyone's got their eyes on this, trying to see who's going to be the winner. We could see that, of course, Altair being in the lead for now. They're winning all the different bids here. And remember that the first 2 days are the ones that count 100% in terms of all of these bids that you see here for each block. Now, when 2 days are over, then it linearly drops. So even if you're going to see winning bids from Altair, but then there's something else winning as well, it doesn't mean that all of those bids are going to be counted as a possible win. Perhaps Altair even have it in the bag, right? Because the majority of the previous auctions have all won within the first 2 days. Now, if we look at the crowd loans, it is quite scary here, right? I'm not going to lie, I'm concerned simply because Parallel Heiko are going to be catching up. I don't think they're going to be sleeping at 115k, but then Kintsugi is only 5k away, less than 5k away to be fair, than Altair, and that's super scary because we've seen the huge contributions that Kintsugi was getting. It's just shocking to see there are still so many whales around. And again, it's not that I don't want Kintsugi to win, just that I'm scared for Altair to not actually win in this batch, right? Because if Parallel Heiko come back strong in the next batch, then they're likely going to be competing with Altair. And because Altair didn't get any more contributions, it is concerning, right? Remember, these guys have the VC backing. So Alameda could do wonders. They could fork out the cash. And if they fork out the cash, they could buy KSM and they could pump the contributions once again. So again, it is scary because they would have 1 more week to go then, right? So that it'll give them plenty of time. And sure, Altair could get more contributions, but the risk is there. So that's why I personally hope that Altair have this in the bag and then Kintsugi to win the 10th auction and the final auction of this batch. And before we continue on about the next piece of news, which I'm sure you're going to be really hyped about, I do want to thank today's channel sponsors, BitSwapDex, for sponsoring this video. So let's watch this short clip and then we'll continue on.
BitSwap is the hottest new way to trade tokens. Crawling all the top decentralized exchanges, BitSwap will get you the very best price and value for your trades. BitSwap is changing the game. Try it now at bitswapdex.com.
But there is something else that I want to talk about in today's short video, and that's in relation to the next group of crowd loans from the 3rd batch. This is the upcoming batch on Kusama. So you could see here we've got quite the competition, and this is why it's important for Altair to win this in the 2nd batch. If they don't, then they will be struggling in my opinion. So look at this, BitCountry. We've already spoken about them before. They were given airdrops. Now I have not done a dedicated review of BitCountry, but they were given airdrops in NFTs for their testnet tokens quite a while back. A lot of bots have contributed to that, so you know. Subsocial is also a competitor for the 3rd batch, so that's great to see, right? Subsocial, do you want to go for that Parachain slot on Kusama? And the Subsocial are, of course, the decentralized social media on Kusama, right? That's what they're basically competing with Reddit, if you want to call it that, right? You could write articles on there, you could post links, etc., right? So it is a working platform at the moment. It is functional, but they do have some stuff to do. It's not like 100% ready, right? They still got stuff to develop. But yes, they are doing the crowd loan, so they will be giving Subsocial tokens, of course, if you contribute. We don't know what the ratio is going to be. We'll get more info when it gets closer to the time. Next, we've got another one here, which I'm not familiar with. I don't know a lot of these other ones, right? But we do know Zeitgeist, right? I've spoken about Zeitgeist. I think I gave them a shout out a while back in a news video. We do need to review them because I have not reviewed them in depth, so we have to see what they're all about. Then a few other ones as well that I'm not aware of. What else do we know here? Unique Network is one that we do know. These guys are going to be competing with Remark. Remark are not going to be going for a crowd loan. They don't need to because they're merged into Kusama's blockchain, but Unique Network are going to go for a crowd loan because they want to become a parachain, right? So again, they're also focused on NFTs, okay? These were actually one of the first guys to develop on Kusama. So because of that, they do have that bit of an advantage, but remember their NFTs are not as cool as the ones on Canaria, right? The birds, you've seen the design when I was doing that review. So yeah, I would be a bit concerned. The next one that I'm familiar with here is PolkaSwap. Again, PolkaSwap have had some FUD as well, but I know a lot of people in my community follow PolkaSwap. I used to follow PolkaSwap too, but I didn't personally invest in them, right? So if you have invested in PSwap or XOR, I can understand why you would follow them, right? And then Map Protocol, not familiar, and Acuity, I think Acuity Social is pronounced. Not familiar with this, but I am familiar with Curio. We have been sponsored by Curio on this channel quite a while ago, and then way before that I remember doing a dedicated review of Curio before I was even sponsored. And they're basically trying to work with the automotive sector. So just to keep things short, what they're doing is they're going to be getting you the option to invest in, say, a sports car that you can't afford, and you can own a small share of that sports car. So when they do sell that sports car, then you would get a share of that profit. So it's kind of like a group investment for expensive cars. That's to keep things short, right? That's what they're going to be doing. Now, I don't know how successful they may be. They are based in Switzerland, but that's what they're trying to do, and they are working on that. So that's also something to keep in mind here on the radar for Curio. If you want to take part in the third batch of these crowd loans, of course you'll want to do that, right? Everyone wants to take part, and everyone's going to have Kusama ready to do so. And of course I'm going to be covering that on this channel. But don't forget that the first batch of the Polkadot crowd loans are also due to start, and we don't know when. We do need to get a 28-day notice for people who are currently staking DOT to unstake, right? But that's been it from today's short video. I'd like to thank you as always, and please don't forget, if you want to contribute to Altair or Kintsugi, you can find the link, the referral link, in the description of this video for a 5% bonus, and I also get 5%. So I'd like to thank you in advance for that, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.